It's now record. There we go. So, like I was saying, you're trying to isolate the x. Some people will try to distribute the 4/9. Some people will say divide the 4/9. Which property have we talked about a couple different times already is the easiest property to use here? The inverse property. I don't want to distribute because I don't want to deal with the 4/9 in there. I'd rather just use the inverse property on this particular case. Because anything times its inverse is what? 1. And then over here I would have a 9 force G. And then I'd have one more step, so I can get this thing done in 2 steps. And what's this step that'll allow x to be by itself? Subtract the 3 out of there. And do it from one side, and do it to the other. Oops. X would then equal the 9 force G minus the 3. That's one way of rearranging that equation. That was number 4. Number 6, you have x plus 3 over a t equals a t squared. And somebody knew it. What do we do? Multiply by t, right. The x is in the numerator position, and we'd like to unpill this. It's in a ratio or fractional look. We have x plus 3 over t. We don't like that t down there, so we opposite dividing by t is multiplying by t. And that again is, honestly, that is again using the inverse property. Because if you had a 1 here and a t there and a t in the numerator and a 1 down here, what it's telling you is those t's can eliminate each other, cancel each other out, simplify to 1. If we do it to one side, we do it to the other. X plus 3. Somebody from the back row, what does x plus 3 equal? X plus 3 equals t cubed. T squared times t is t to the 3rd power, right? Then we'd subtract the 3. X would equal t to the 3rd minus 3. You'd want to study those things. Those are good quiz questions. I don't remember. I can look back at my quiz. I know a quiz is already created. I always like to find good ones, I think, require you to practice a little bit. Then you went down and you did number 10 through 17. I'm going to show you a paper pencil version. I almost said that weird. But you can also do it on your calculator. Raise your hand if you did one or all these on a calculator. Anybody do any and check? My afternoon group, every student in the afternoon just went straight to the calculator except for one young lady, and she's like, I'm going to do it on pencil and paper. I don't care which way you feel like you're more comfortable with or which way you want to try it, or both. It doesn't matter to me as long as you know how to get it solved. But if you were doing pencil and paper, oh, I remember this one. We end up with x's on both sides, and x ends up equaling what? 0. How does it get to there? Well, I'm going to distribute right here. I'd have a 1/2 x minus 3/2 plus 3/2 minus x equals 5x. And what do those 3/2 do to each other? Yeah, there's some property. I don't even know what that property was. Inverse property of addition. You add the opposites, they cancel. And then you have a positive half and a negative half, so that's a negative 1/2 x equals 5x. And really, mathematically, you should be able to recognize right there, man, 0 is the only thing I can multiply times 5 and times a negative half. 0 is the only one. And which way do we want to take the x's? To the right or to the left? I don't care. To the right, so we'll add a half, add a half, and you get 0 equals 5.5x. 5.5 times what is going to be 0? 5.5 times what will be 0? 5.5 times 0. 0 is the only thing x can equal right here. There we go. And if you already put it on your, did your calculator do that for you too? while you're doing this, because you know you're going to have a quiz tomorrow or maybe here in a little bit, I would plug it into my calculator again. Make sure you're not making those syntax errors. Make sure you're typing it in correctly if you're using that approach. 11, 5W plus 8 minus 12W 16 minus 15W. Got an unknown on both sides again. Over here you have 8 minus 7W equals 16 minus 15W. I don't know. Jack, which way we want to take the W's, to the right or left? To the right. Add 7W. So we have 8 equals 16 minus 8W. Then I guess we'll subtract this, right? Negative 8 equals negative 8W. I bet W equals 1. That's what you can do in math. You can go either way. Yeah. You can go either way. Yeah, that's how I used to do that too. Whatever way makes sense in your brain. And you can always check that value. You get a value, you can plug it back in there to see if it makes the equation true. Again, guys, Algebra 2 is not a bunch of multi-step equations. This is just practice in Chapter 1 to remember, like, okay, I can do a multi-step equation. Right, Preston? Preston's praying for a minute right there. He said, I got to have a word of prayer. I got to have a moment of silence. All right, 7y plus 5 equals 6y plus 11. This is going out into YouTube. This is going out to the whole world. Whatever we talk about right here, the whole, I can say, hey, Cade, and the whole world's going to hear this later because it'll be on YouTube. Ain't that crazy? I'm like, Cade is cooking on the second row. They're going to hear it. All right, here we go. All right, the next, hey, I like this. I bet everybody's going to take the y to the left on this one. Right, Josiah? So we'll subtract that 6y. We would have y plus 5 equals 11. Subtract the 5. Boy, this one's a lot easier. Is y equals 6 on your paper? If y equals 6 on your paper, that's what I got. Let's go. 13, 1.2, 1.6. Y'all might have to help me because I don't know if I can mental math all this stuff. We'll see here. Distribute 1.2x plus 6 equals 3.2x plus 8. So if I take the x's to the left, how many of you grew up somewhere in your math career, you got really good at solving multi-step equations? If you did, then good for you. If you didn't, then hey, your calculator is also going to supplement what you're struggling with there. All right, so we have 6 equals, I don't know, what is that, 2x plus 8, subtract the 8. Negative 2 equals 2x. I'm guessing x equals negative 1. Okay, 14, we're almost done. T minus 3 times the parentheses t plus 4/3 equals 2t plus 3. Let's distribute t minus 3t plus, minus 4 equals 2t plus 3. How did I know that negative 3 times 4/3 was negative 4 so easily? Yeah, that inverse property again shows me those 3's get rid of each other. So negative 2t minus 4 equals 2t plus 3. Let's add this 2t, right, Jack? That's what you probably did. So 4t, subtract the 3, and negative 7 equals 4t. So t would be a negative 7/4. How many people got negative 1.75 with your calculator, maybe, or something like that? That'd be the same thing, wouldn't it? 14. That's the same thing. Gavin, right? I mean, can y'all see that back there? You guys in the back row, make sure you can see. If you can't see well in the back, hey, you know that's why the old man fell in the well. Couldn't see that well. That was a nice. Whose laugh was that? Almost scared me a little bit. 15. 15. Hey, you got a joke of the day? Cade needs to sleep better at night. We need to power up, don't we? All right. 15. We're about done. 0.5 C plus 2.8 minus C equals 0.6 C plus 0.3. Got a lot of decimals. I could have gotten rid of all those decimals if I wanted to by multiplying that. Let's just go with it. 0.5 C. What is this? Plus what? 1 point. I should have known that. That's like half. Minus C. 0.6 C. My handwriting is going to fail me here because I'm starting to wonder if I'm writing C's or what that is. All right, so this must be a negative 0.5 C plus 1.4. If I add it over, if I add this 0.5 C, what does that give me? 1.1. Oh, it's going to equal 1, isn't it? Because if I subtract the 0.3, 1.1 equals 1.1 C. C is 1, baby! C1 on yours? Is it? All right, Caleb, tell me the answer to 16, please. You got it. He already did on his work, so he knows. 9? 19. All right. Gavin, what's the answer to 17? 7.5. It's 15 over 2. That'd be the same thing, wouldn't it? Is there any discrepancy? I don't know if these are right or wrong, but you guys tell me, do y'all agree or disagree? With both? Okay, I'm not even going to check them if you guys can all agree. Now, just to remind you, if you wanted to do the calculator, use the calculator, check your math on these. Let's see if I, all right, someone remind me, other than Caleb, because I know Caleb knows. Someone tell me, how would I solve an equation, Gavin? How would I solve an equation with this calculator? You know, I know you do. Gavin. What if I don't want to type it out? Menu. 3. 1. So menu 3, 1. On mine, now your menu options might be different, but my options were menu 3, 1. There's end solve. Now what? Let's do 17. I'm over 5, or you over 5? Me over 5? I joke. You know, I make a joke. All right, here we go. Where is that? U, tab, 5, tab, plus, me again. Oops. U, tab, 10, tab, you said minus. I gotta hit equals 1, don't I? Equals 1. Then you said comma? Equals 1. Mine's 1. comma. Yes. Yeah. Enter. All right, thank you. Picture of what? You'll get the hang of it. I'll put a video on Canvas. Yeah. Okay.